Now, the UK gas network has hit full capacity as cold weather hits, and this is due to renewable energy failing to generate the power needed to heat the UK's home. That's right, freezing temperatures have meant that demands have soared as the chief executive of National Gas says demand from gas-fired power stations would be, quote, maxed out throughout the weekend. Well, joining me now is Brian Catt, physicist and engineer. Brian, does this mean basically that the lights are going to go out if we rely on renewables? Because, of course, at the moment, there's no wind when we need it most, and it completely proves the thesis that we are reliant on fossil fuels like at Olympic.
You're 100% reliant on gas plus nuclear and burning wood chips at Drax for dispatchable power, which means power you can rely on at any time, whether it's dark, the wind's not blowing or whatever. So yes, you have to have 100% backup for renewables. So why have the renewables at all when they cost twice as much anyway? And especially as Richie's saying, we're going to make it no more expensive for people.
Well, I mean, if you believe Rishi Sunak today, he's just given away £1.6 billion in Dubai, and he's just backed an £11 billion wind farm off Dogger Bank. So what happens when the wind stops?
Well, it doesn't work, and it's wasted money because you've got the gas-powered fire stations sitting there waiting to back it up when it doesn't work, which are costing us more because they're not being used. The quickest way to do what we actually claim to want to do, which is to reduce CO2, if that actually was a problem, which it isn't, is to go straight from gas to nuclear. And nuclear and gas are both unsubsidised, cheap, dispatchable, which means they're available at any time, at any level we want, as long as we build enough of them.
And why do you think it is, Brian, that nuclear seems to be this dirty secret, this elephant in the room nobody really talks about? It works very well in countries like France, but yet it doesn't seem to be part of the portfolio of the UK.
Well, there's a problem with nuclear in particular and gas, which is they don't make a lot of easy profits for the people who provide them. So the whole thing is a wonderful racket. It's a subsidy farming racket. The banks will give you money to build wind farms because you're guaranteed a huge profit from them by the prices that the government settles with. The government just doubled its offer more or less for wind farms because when they said to the providers, give us some wind farms at a sensible price, a CFD as they call it, nobody bid. So the government said, we've got to meet our targets. Basically, the targets are to pass a lot of money to subsidy farmers. It's not for the people who are using the electricity who need. Our cost of living is basically being driven through the roof by the cost of energy, which is in everything we buy and make, of course.
OK, Brian Catt, physicist and engineer. We're going to have to leave it there. Thanks for joining us on GB News. Thank you very much.